Very sad.
Yeah. It
Now
also
we have two
seems like...
weebs with names beginning with K.
Yeah, it also seems like I have not been at draft, so...
I mean, I wouldn't expect it from self-refs, honestly.
Well, I did ask them.
They don't have to comply.
I guess.
Has the tournament running smoothly so far?
Yeah, I would say so, minus some minor inconveniences like the no mod 6 and DT4 confusion, where people had different ideas of which maps were unlocked when.
I mean, I think... Hang on, let me take a look at the things. I think the keys on the spreadsheet for, like, the stages, yeah, they are... There's a horrible choice, I must say. It's like that there is barely any difference between the keys for what unlocks what.
Yeah, well, while that is true, it's also a thing that nobody even knows the rule set is a thing in the first place, so... Just a lot of the self-ref matches use locked maps and whatnot, and I don't really know what to do about it. Like, until now I've been just like, okay, fine, if you don't mind, then I'll write them down as something else, and...
I don't know, I feel like a more sort of like attention-seeking like color legend would help, because then people would actually think, why is that a different color?
Well, what could be one thing, because I'm pretty sure the last time wasn't that, it was quite a bit easier to see, and people still had difficult time doing it.
Fair enough.
Wait, I think I might have been ad draft in the meantime, so reload. Yes, you can see the chat history now.
So we're going to number 3.
It seems we will, and... From what I can see, the bans are no Motsu from Kurisu and Hidden 2 from Kurushimi. So it's, I would guess, the tournament player versus mechanics player matchup, but we'd have to see.
There's two funny terms you just used.
Tournament player, mechanics player.
Yeah, because, I mean, both can be applied to any player, really.
Well,
There are a
yeah,
lot of tournament players that can't read Hidden 2, and there are a lot of mechanics players that can't stream properly.
yeah, but you would usually expect a tournament player to be better at like gimmicks and reading than a mechanic player that only ever farms and plays normal ones.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, we go montage. I still can't listen to it. Very sad.
You just have to install a plugin or something that plays the song as soon as the match starts.
I guess I can just look them up on YouTube.
That is indeed also a possibility. I think we have a match where neither of the players showed up. So I am just...
Classic Rapid.
Classic Rapid, so I'm just gonna give the win to the higher seeded player for now. Or I guess I'll just wait to see if either of them wakes up in the meantime, but...
Always Americans as well, so... First break comes out from Kurushimi, who I just noticed is having a couple of act troubles.
Oh. Oh, it's just a measly 12% act disadvantage.
Yeah, it's out of 100, how bad can it be?
People have gone over higher leads than 80k points. It's fine, he's not hitting any of these patterns. I need to check what rank these players are.
42k.
Well, why is this showing up as one of the closer seeded matches?
And Kurisu is 3k and badged.
I see.
So,
and the badge is not a regional tournament. I'm not sure if it's an open rank or not. I would assume not, but...
Ice Core Heat Tournament 5. No clue what that is.
Well... This is Kurisu speak.
I mean, it's kind of showing right now.
Definitely. It is also a very funny concept. Right? Not concept, but it's funny to see the 3k player banning mechanics maps against the 40k player.
I mean, probably one of the most RNG maps, so he probably has the highest chance of losing it.
I mean, I don't know if I would call No Motsu an RNG map, especially this one. The flow aim is very difficult in it, so it's not like you can just dapping chase it with like 80% accuracy. And even if you could, you would expect 3k players to be able to stream to 100 BPM most of the time, unless it's like Badu.
So, I mean, I don't want to like say anything, but I mean,
It finally breaks. I think this might be
the
second or third best No More 3 play we've had all day.
Yeah, like first map we see.
So yeah, Kurisu is making a very good case of himself. Especially since 2 of the 3 digits we have in this bracket seem to just not exist at the moment. Very promising player.
And Kurushimi, apparently not an alt enjoyer, but that's fine.
I don't really know what you could pick in this situation.
That is a good question, because I know nothing about either player.
Well, you would usually expect No Mod 1 coming out here, because that's what lower rank players usually have a chance on. That or DT1, but this DT1 is pretty unforgiving.
Yeah, if it's the one that if it wasn't changed from what I looked down and got pulled, it's a bit not really friendly.
I have finally gotten some MP links. And people have managed to not pick any banned maps yet, so that's way better start than before. And we are gonna see the 48 picking No Mod 5, which is probably the best strategy he can go for. If he's played this map like 3 times, I think he has a pretty decent chance of winning it.
It's a bit weird for him to ban Hidden 2 and pick number 5, no?
Well, I think it's because Hidden 2 is a lot more sideable, even for people who are not rating players, than this No Mod 5 in particular. Whereas No Mod 5 is just like a very low star rating map, which means there's 0 mechanics checks, and anyone can get a good score on it if they practice it. Some more than the others, but it's definitely the cheese pig you're looking for when you want to take a point off an opponent that's much stronger than you.
It's an interesting opinion. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, I've seen it happen time and time again, where someone picks Gimmick and wins with like 80k points just because their opponent got 50k on it. Although this does not seem to be the case so far.
Yeah, I don't think either party is neither of them are comfortable, I can say that for definite, but I mean it still seems, even with that, Kurisu is quite a lot more confident with it. And I forgot how this map is, I don't know why it's just pulled, but it's quite funny. Have you played this?
I mean, I don't think either player is showing any signs of practice in the slightest. Like, yeah, the only person we've seen today who could even remotely play this was Mize JD, and he was getting like 100k. He said he played it once before the tournament started, so. But yeah, surprisingly, Kurisu is currently getting one of the better scores on this map.
I was gonna say, they seem to be handling it really well.
Especially if they are side rating this, then 50k, as funny as it sounds, is not a low score. Because what we're seeing on the right is what you'd usually expect from a side rating this kind of maps.
I do wonder if Kurushimi hasn't played the pool and was like, oh, I'll just play the lowest star rating map in the pool because I'll get the biggest score.
Well, to be fair, I don't think anyone ever plays these pools.
I probably would. I think I would at least play it once.
It also seems it's rare Bostonian against Mr. Avocado, which is the match we slightly looked at in the beginning, has ended in a 4-0 sweep for rare Bostonian.
Not to be rude, but I am not particularly surprised.
Yeah, I think the difference between the high seeds and the low seeds in this bracket is very, very noticeable. I had to fix sound. And as for Dice versus the other Kurisu, it is currently 1-0 for Dice, and the score difference in the first map was 270k, with one of the players having 300k and the other one having 29k, so I think we might be seeing a trend for Ro16. And Kurushimi is currently confirming that he did indeed think this map was a speed pick, and they did not even look at the pool comments.
Ah, these jokers.
Kurisu is going to pick DT3, which I think is a bit overkill. I don't think you need to destroy your opponent this hard with picking 10.3 speed, but
I mean, he's saying thank you. We'll see if he continues that sentiment after the map, but
I don't think he knows what a map looks like, to be completely honest, but
I don't know if he knows the DT ARs, because I have a feeling he will not be able to read that AR.
I think we might see 2 more forfeits in quarterfinals as well. The average rapid experience. I mean, the 15 UTC, no, not the 18 UTC bracket ended in 2 hours. Like, the entirety of Ro16 forfeited, and then quarterfinals were mostly sweeps, and then Eternum destroyed all his opponents, and the other semifinal was a forfeit.
Yeah.
So everyone played quarterfinals, and then we had 2 Eternum matches, and that was it.
Oh my, Kurushimi is actually showing a degree of ability to read this. Whether we can tap it is another story, but... yeah, I don't know, this feels a bit mean, really.
Well, it is once again a slight accuracy advantage and a slight combo advantage.
Only 33% AC, I think that's easy to make up.
I mean, it's a DT pick, so you can get 300k points very quickly and bring it back in your favor. Yeah. Except the map is over and you're down by half the opponent's accuracy, but an attempt was made, and he got to play his speed map. I wonder what he has to say about the fact it's AR 10.3, and he did not expect that. You know, it makes you think that maybe, and just maybe DT4 and DT3 should have been swapped, because DT4 is much more of a traditional speed map, and it's not as high AR.
Yeah, I don't think putting this many like super high AR maps into DT is a good idea, personally. Node 1 comes out.
And we are going to go into No Mod 1, which was my other prediction for a peak from Kurushimi. But the good news is that after this match, we are going to see some interesting ones, I'm fairly sure.
I hope so.
There seems to be a pretty good matchup in quarterfinals between GUFT and Rare Bostonian. They're both pretty close in rank. We do not know what GUFT is capable of as of yet, but we did see that Rare Bostonian is one of the better players in the tournament. And I think we're currently seeing a combo advantage for Kurushimi for the first time in this match, which he then immediately gives up on the slow part.
I mean, considering his dominating performance and other stuff so far, Kurisu does not actually seem to be doing too well at this.
It's definitely his best map so far.
Sorry, I meant Kurisu, not Kurushimi.
Yeah. And Kurisu might just not be an aim player. Like, going back to the No Mod 2 ban, he might just not be that good of a mechanics player, even though... Like, we've seen him on DT3 and his score on that wasn't that great either, but...
He does seem to be recovering quite well now, so maybe he just had a bit of a hiccup. Actually, Kurushimi, that's a pretty respectable score.
A very respectable performance for a 40k. 250k score is not a bad score. Kurisu is missing now, but I really don't think there's any time, and do not look at the accuracy. Okay, he's gone now.
And he actually reaches 300k at the end. Fair play.
Only 100k behind Kurisu, which is a much better player on paper, so... Decent performance in Nomad 1 at the very least, and... a bright future, if he keeps pushing his kill cap. Let me see what these other matches are doing. So DICE is currently in the lead with a 3-0, and they are in their 4th map, and I really do not think the 100k will be able to take a map of him.
Yeah, not holding out hope for that one.